Let me tell you something that people will not say out loud, and that is people are making millions from agriculture doing boring businesses. Don't tell anybody I told you. There are people making millions in agriculture doing things that you will not imagine will bring money. So it's not all about you planting, planting, planting. There are things that you can actually do in agriculture that will make you millions of naira. In this video, I'll be talking about 10 boring agricultural businesses that people are doing in Nigeria that's actually making them very, very rich. Now, when I say rich, it is making them millions of naira. All right, if you see me for the first time, hello, I'm Farmy Julie. On this channel, I talk about agriculture business. I give you strategies on how to make profit from agriculture business. Let's just say this channel is all about profitable agriculture. So do well to check out other videos on the channel. And I promise you one thing, you will definitely get value. Without wasting your data, let's dive into it. The first boring business will be dry catfish processing. Now, if you've seen the Hausas that like hawk dry catfish. Like, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. These are people that like hawk dry catfish. You would have seen people that are into catfish processing, like and packaging. You would have seen people. You would have also seen me that decided to go into smoky bite business, and I started with catfish. Why are we doing that? We are doing this because there's silent money when it comes to smoking business. Now, value addition can never go out of place. And like we do say, if you want to make money in agriculture, you need to think value addition. You don't need to own a farm before you can actually start making money from smoking business. When I started my smoky bites, I told you people the story here. I went to the market, I went to farmers, I sourced for already grown catfish, and I started processing it. So this is an aspect that you should look into. You don't need to go through the stress of feeding. The cost of feeding is high. Buy from people that are already going through that stress, process, package, and sell. So aside dry catfish, you can do other ones. So if you check Instagram now, when it comes to agricultural processing and packaging, you will see that we are having more of meat in the market, like fish, meat, more of protein business in the market. This is because there is money in. I know someone that's cashing out big time with catfish processing and packaging. I know you know the person too. So look into that particular business model and see if it is something that you can do. The next one is feed meal. I keep on saying feed meal because as long as people are going into catfish production, broiler and layer production, goat farming, they will need feed for their animals, rabbits. So yes, this is an aspect that is not actually really tapped when it comes to. It's like it's not common. People are doing it, but it is not common. So this is another boring business that is milking money for people. Now, the strategy when it comes to feed me business is you need to be able to have access to local farmers. That is where you will source your raw materials from. You having access to local farmers will give you an edge. Like it will not be expensive like that. You can actually make profits from it. So feed meal business is another one that you can go into. This video will not go on without me mentioning plantain farming. Plantain farming is here to stay. I've been into plantain farming for the past 7 years now, and plantain is still giving us money. Now, when it comes to plantain, the aspect that people don't understand is the fact that it's not only the fruit that gives you money. So you need to understand that. So don't focus your mind on, okay, I'm into plantain farming, I want to make money selling the plantain bunch. No. Have other options in plantain farming. We have 7 things that can give you money. I think I have a detailed video on how you can make money from plantain farming. Please check out that video. We have 7 different aspects of plantain farming that can make you money. So discover those aspects and start using it. So if you already have like a plantain farm and you're looking at I'm not making money from this thing, go and look down into it, watch that video, and you start cashing out from it. And even the main part that is bringing money in plantain farming, let me tell you, is the stem that you are cutting, that you are throwing away. That is the gold mine now in plantain farming. Let me say more than that, but go and check out that video. The next boring business is snail. I call snail boring because tell me why I'll just gather plenty snail and be feeding them, and they will lay egg and they will multiply. Bam. Snail farming and rabbit is another one. Rabbit is actually very sweet when it comes to rearing because with a buck and a doe, it will give you plenty. It can give you 12 at a go, and from there you keep increasing and increasing. And now that people are all about white meat and they are health conscious, this is the right time to go into all this aspect that I'm talking about. People are cashing out when it comes to rabbit. There was a time I was into rabbits farming. I think I'll be going back into it right now that I already have few time on my hand. Rabbit farming, I did rabbit farming to the extent that I removed the skin and I use it to make leather slippers. I use it to make key holders. So you have to look deep down into the aspect that you're going into so that you will know how you can generate money from it. Like I said, I'll go back into rabbit farming, and when I go back to it, I'm going to show you the life processes I go through when it comes to adding value to rabbit farming. The next aspect is processing and packaging. It might look very simple, but I've seen big brands emerge just from processing and packaging. There's one that is very popular, I think it's Mavico or so. They started, like, was it 2 years ago? And Mavico is not stopping. They are growing. What do they process and package? Spices, bay leaf, curry, thyme. Not name them. This is what they package, and they're a big name in the market. Another example is Tiger Food. Tiger now produces. I think Tiger is the producer of Lasso fish, chicken spices. I don't know if I'm correct about that. But processing and packaging is here to stay. People are already dominating the spices aspect. Look for an aspect that you can dominate. Recently, I saw a product in the market, shawarma, this shawarma mix. So instead of those into shawarma doing ketchup, this one, they already mix it down and they've packaged it. I think I have it around. I don't know if it's somewhere inside there. But yes, there are people doing this stuff. So look into processing and packaging. Processing and packaging, it is here to stay. And when it comes to processing and packaging, it gives convenience to people. So people buy the convenience that it gives. So this is an aspect that you can look into and start doing. They are boring businesses, but they generate money for you. The next one is palm kernel oil extraction. So we all know palm oil is good. But we don't know that palm kernel oil is gold, man, because as you're supplying your grade 3 of palm oil to like people producing cosmetic soap, you're also supplying them your palm kernel oil. Palm kernel oil is being sold to factories. All these beauty soaps that we use, all of them has palm kernel oil in it. So now imagine if that is the aspect you are going to. So if you're someone that owns maybe like an oil palm plantation, or you produce palm oil like palm oil meal, don't throw away your palm kernel nuts. Also convert it to palm kernel oil and sell. Now, palm kernel oil is more expensive than palm oil. That's what people don't know. Palm kernel oil is very, very expensive than palm oil. So now imagine you're just focusing on palm kernel oil and you are milking the money in it. So this is another aspect that you can look into. Another boring business that is not boring is poultry manure business. I think I've talked about it. Anytime I'm doing farm setup for clients or anybody, I don't use the normal NPK fertilizer. I go for poultry manure, poultry waste. And when I want to buy it, it is always very, very expensive. Imagine going to a poultry farm and telling them, I want to buy this poultry, your poultry manure, your poultry waste too. And they tell you a bag is at 5,000. A bag is 40,000 for bed droppings. But yes, there is silent money in it. Other people that are milking it is people that is into cow business, cow farming, because cow dung is another huge manure that we farmers are looking for and we use. So if you are someone that have access to a lot of poultry farms, don't let the poultry manure waste, because we that are into cultivation, we buy it often and it is very, very expensive. But you can start that particular aspect of business and they know if okay, this person is bagging dry poultry waste and we can buy from the person. This is another business idea that you can tap into when it comes to agriculture. It is boring, but it is profitable. And finally, it's irrigation. With the way the weather is going like this, back and forth, that farmers are not able to plant at the right time. If you're into irrigation or you can do irrigation setup, I think I have like over 5 people on my neck asking me to recommend someone that will do irrigation for them. And currently, I don't even have anybody in mind to recommend to people. This is how that aspect is. People are not looking at that. So people are farming. If you have like the technical knowledge on how to set up irrigation system, this is milk, this is money for you. And if you can do a good job, you are good to go. So these are aspects that are boring that people don't actually think about, but it's actually making others millionaires. Let me know the one that surprised you the most in the comment section. I think none actually surprised me because I've done some and I've actually patronized people that are doing some that I patronize. The one that actually surprised me most that I'm going to add to this list was when I heard that someone exports cow on every single time from Nigeria to the abroad. Cow on. I think that was the only one that surprised me the most. Let me know in the comment section which one surprised you the most. And let me know the one you are thinking of starting. Let me know the one that you will start. And let me know the one you also want me to do like a detailed video on. Alright, as usual, if you got value, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to see you in my next video.